There is no objection. There is no objection. We now do come to question number 1 in the name of the Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister.
Order. Order. The document will be tabled without further display, thank you. This is not a place for carrying on like that. The Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll try again. My question is to the Prime Minister. Does he have confidence in all his ministers?
The Honourable Bill English on behalf of the Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, they are all hard-working and competent ministers who understand the large challenges faced by this country.
The Honourable
Supplementary
Annette King.
question. Did he agree with the Minister of Health's decision to sanitise the independent ministerial review group's report by removing controversial material from it before he was forced to release it this week, and only after the Dominion Post reported some of its contents on the front page?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I think that's a bit of a conspiracy theory. The Minister of Health has set about tidying up the mess left by that government, and of course, some of it's going to be controversial. What did she expect?
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker. How can he and the Minister of Health claim to have released an independent report on health when the Minister of Health fiddled with their recommendations and removed some of their independent views from it in an attempt to hide an emerging National Party agenda of privatisation and broken promises?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm quite sure that the Minister of Health responsibly discussed with the review what recommendations they were making. But of course, that member needs to understand just the size of the mess she left, and it is going to take a big effort to turn it around.
The Honourable Annette
Speaker,
King.
why did the Minister of Health remove from the independent report comments that said spending health dollars on improving life expectancy will only be an investment in growth if people work longer before they draw taxpayer-funded super? And what does this government have to hide? Everyone knows that it's their view.
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, yeah, I'd agree with the Minister that the line of questions is rubbish. What? Making it up? Probably. The fact is that to deliver better, smarter health services to New Zealanders means we must change the health system that government left behind, because the system that government left chewed up money without much results.
The Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Is he going to require the Minister of Health to tell doctors and nurses that he edited out of the independent report comments that wage restraint was needed from them, as well as changes to the industrial relations settings? And when will the government announce their real agenda of wage freezes on their salaries?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, well, it's hardly a secret the government considers that wage restraint is quite important. In fact, I recall the Minister of Finance making that statement in this House in full view of the public over the last several months.